How's it going, billionaire? Today, I have a video about how people will see what they want to see. And this video is actually inspired from a story, so we'll get into that in a second. But I really just want to talk about how in life, people are going to see you, they're going to see just anything really, the way they want to see it. Like everyone has their own lens that they see life through. So basically, man, like even though one thing might be the truth, someone might genuinely just like push that to the side and see their own truth. And ultimately, like you got to be okay with that because life isn't about convincing everyone that how you live life is the truth, how what you do is the truth. It's ultimately just like you're a truth and you got to just live in that and accept that everyone's not going to see it the same way. And for the same for other people, we all do it to each other. We think that the way we live life is perfect and that everyone else is wrong. When it's like at the end of the day, man, we're all humans who get to make that decision. But let's get on to this story. So, at the house I was living in before this house, I started to play a bunch of wiffle ball actually. It started as just like we were at Drug Mart and there was this like $8 wiffle ball bat, and I was with my cousin, so we bought it. And so we started just hating this wiffle ball bat, just having fun with it. And it started to become really fun, really addicting. So literally, like, I would literally at nighttime sometimes go out into my yard and then just like hit this ball or like throw a pitch at this chair. But literally, I would go out late at night, so it would be like dark outside. And this one night, I was walking out of my garage and we had a little garage like code thing to close it and open it. So I'm like facing the garage, if that makes sense, by this garage code. And so I type in the code, I click it, the garage closes. And I'm like facing it, like I don't really want to stand up, but I'll do it. Gotta expose, I don't got pants on. I got shorts, but I'm like facing the garage like this, right? And my shorts or my pants actually were like loose. So I'm tying them up, doing my thing. And I pull them up and I turn around. And there's this lady, and she's walking her dog. And she doesn't, say anything. She just keeps walking. But I kind of noticed even in that moment, she kind of looked at me. And so I'm not really thinking much of it. I think she's just, looking at me for no reason. But then I go do my thing. I was playing wiffle ball, throwing this ball at this chair. And then the day passes, and I was outside. These kids in the neighborhood, they were actually here to play wiffle ball. So I'm out there playing wiffle ball and stuff. And this lady comes over again. And she's walking her dog in. And she walks up to me around these kids too and says like, "Oh, I saw, you know, because she didn't, me and my brother, we kind of look similar. So she didn't even know if it was me or my brother. She's like, "Oh, I saw one of you guys was peeing on your garage yesterday." And at first I'm like, "What? What are you even talking about?" Like I was so confused. And so she was just really like appalled. She thought it was disgusting, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like the whole damn confused. I'm like thinking like, what is she even talking about? But then I start to think about it and I kind of recalled the night before. And then I literally like thought about what happened. I was like, oh wow, like that actually makes sense. Like honestly speaking, like from her perspective, it probably really did look like that. Cause I'm literally just sitting there tying my shorts, my pants. But it's like at the same time, why would I be peeing in my garage? That doesn't even make any sense. And there was obviously no like liquid anywhere. I mean, it was dark, so she couldn't really see, but it was just this idea, I guess, that inspired this. Cause it was like she saw what she wanted to see. And honestly speaking, I might be reaching too deep now, but I was kind of like I talked to a lot of people in that neighborhood, like the older people. But that was like probably like with the one older person I just had never talked to for whatever reason. Nothing against her, I just happened to never talk to her. So I almost feel like she wanted a reason not to like me. And so when she finally got a reason, she took it. But even too, like obviously speaking, in that moment at night, she could have been like, "What are you doing?" And I would turn around and said, "What?" And we could have just had a conversation. It could have been nipped in the butt right there. But she decided to hold it in to accuse me. And this was the part that was annoying. She was literally going around telling like neighbors about this. She wasn't just like holding it in. She literally was. I remember she literally was talking to neighbors about this. So now like there was neighbors who I never really told me. They never really walked up to me and like said anything. But like there's people in that neighborhood who literally like basically got told this lie, and it was like damn like. But ultimately speaking, that's the point. Sometimes people will just straight up lie on your name, Sometimes even too, like in this situation, she honestly thinks she saw what she saw. So it's not even like she's lying from her perspective. But then, of course, too, people will just straight up lie, honestly, too. But I guess the point of the entire story, this video, is to say that sometimes people have a perspective of you, whether it's a fair one, an unfair one, whether it's completely true or slightly true or not true at all, it doesn't matter. People will have their perspective on you and what you do, and that's up for them. That's not up for you to care about or worry about. Because honestly, it's your life. It shouldn't be spent worrying about what other people think of you. And even to, I'll be real, the people who genuinely just like sit there all day worrying about other people and caring about how other people live life and just having forced perspectives on them, for lack of a better word, they're just kind of losers. Like that's just kind of a loser mindset in life to be worrying so much about what other people are doing. Like you got to be focused on your own life. But yeah, just realize in life people are going to have whatever opinion they want on you, whether it's, from actual facts that they found out about or just complete blasphemy. Either way, they're going to have an opinion on you. So just let them. It's okay. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone. And even too, the last thing I would say is too, I literally remember going to her house the next day and trying to explain to her, like figure out the situation. And like she was not gonna change her mind. And even that's what it was too. I realized looking back, like there was no point in doing that. There was no point in trying to change her mind, try to convince her of anything. Because she had already made up her mind. And that's up for her to decide. Honestly, if she somehow ever sees this, bro, there's no beef. Like I think she's a cool lady. She always plant, stuff in her garden in her front yard. She seemed involved in the community. So she's a cool person, but it sucks that me and her, almost had this weird like because even I remember she would like drive past my like house and I would always see her like looking at her window, like giving me like a nasty stare. So it's like it's just kind of an upsetting situation. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep being me. I don't really care. And this is something that happened in the past. Like I don't it's not even something I worry about now. That's just one example, you know? But especially if you're in like high school, like middle school even, people are gonna spread rumors about you. They're gonna talk about you, bro. Especially if you're like more popular, they're gonna talk about you, bro. And ultimately speaking, you can try so hard to convince everyone that you're not this, you're that. But ultimately, man, if people are believing a rumor about you, then you shouldn't even probably talk to them, bro. If they're basing an opinion about you over what someone else said and not actual interactions with you, hey man, they're just a follower. And you don't really want to be friends with followers, trust me. Yeah, but shout out you if you made it through this video. Give me an example in the comments down below of a situation where you were, unfairly represented. Where someone, made up their opinion on you before it was even so when someone made an opinion on you that wasn't even real. If you ever had to deal with that. Hey, but shout out you guys for watching the video. May God be with you, and I love you.